So I'm logged into my Office 365 console right now, and this is how the homepage of Office 365 looks like. So let's look at a little bit of this. So you have your application launcher, what we call it as these three nine dots. This application launcher allows you to explore and access all your applications. So you click explore all your apps, and then a new web page opens where you have access to all your basic applications, and you can browse all apps as well. So let us start with the Outlook web application. All right. Okay. So this is your Outlook web application, or OVA that we call it as. Um, just a moment. It did not load properly. Just bear with me for a minute, guys. It's some network issue. Just a minute. Okay. It seems to be working now. Okay. Yeah, so this is how our Outlook web application looks like. Okay, let's start from how to create a new email. You have your new email button here, and there's a drop down as well. So either you can create a new email, you can create a new calendar event, you can create a document, spreadsheet, or the presentation, right? So let us create a new email. So you would enter the person that you want to send this email to, and this is your subject line. You can also add BCC, and then you can enter the email body here. Right? So you need to send this email. You can send it right away. You need to schedule send it. You can do schedule send as well. So in case you have created a draft and you want to send this email at a specific time, so you can schedule send that email as well. And that as per your chosen time, the email will be automatically sent out of your mailbox. Right. So let me send it to Bhaskar sir, and just close this. Okay. Now, so you have your email list here, focused inbox and other inbox. So based on the users' feedbacks, based on the user suggestions, we have crafted this training in such a way that we'll look at the most important points or most important feedbacks that we have received from the users, so that it is relevant to all of you, because you people might have also the same questions that the other folks gave the feedback about. So you have your focused and other inbox. Now, let us try to understand what is the difference between a focused and other inbox. So very simple. Focused inbox is something where when you start using your Outlook web application. So as soon as you got migrated, Microsoft 365 services, based on the machine learning technology, they will understand the way you work and the way you access your emails. So let us say you get 10 emails every day. Just a hypothetical example. I know that you guys get more than 10 emails every day. But as for an example, you get 10 emails every day, and out of those 10 emails, 8 emails is something that you interact with in some or the other way. You either reply them, either you forward them, either you work on those attachments, you create a, I mean, you do some relevant task with those emails. And the two emails that you get, those are just simply notifications or alerts, system alerts, or something that you don't actually interact every day. So the Microsoft 365 machine learning platform understands this behavior of yours, and it automatically categorizes those two emails into the other inbox. The reason for that is it want you to be concentrated on the emails that is relevant to you. The emails that are not, probably I'll not say not relevant, but the emails that you do not interact with every day, is it will just remove all that clutter from your focused inbox, and it will automatically route those emails to the other inbox. Obviously, you can have, anytime go to the other inbox and you can check those emails as well. Yeah, but just for information, the emails that are interacted with regularly will land in focused inbox. So if you're missing some emails, the first thing you need to do is you can go to other inbox and you can check whether those emails landed in the other inbox as well, right? Okay, so that's about focused and other inbox. And this is my folder list, right? Now we understand that most of you guys have a 2 GB mailbox on the cloud. And I also understand that most of you people will fill that space in matter of 5 to 10 days, as per our experience with the users that we have carried on with the IDBI Bank. Now we have also given you the Exchange Online archival, which allows you to store more than 100 GB of emails as an archive. Again, it is on the cloud itself. You don't have to manage separate PSTs and then go into those separate PSTs year wise, which is very difficult previously how you used to manage. All your archival mails will stay into a single mailbox and you can access them anytime on the cloud. It will be available for you. So what happens is when you see that your 2 GB mailbox is getting filled, and how do you see that? So you click on this gear button, the settings button, and then you go to general, and then you click on storage. You can monitor this time to time, that what's your storage stats at the moment, and then you can act accordingly. So when you see this filling up, when you see the space filling up and reaching 2 GB, you can what you can do is you can right click on any of the folders. So for example, if you have a folder where you think that these emails are not important to be there in the primary folder, so for example, Kiladi Siva Bhaskar, you can click on assign policy. Okay, there is a change here. Okay, you will see two options in this list. Just ignore this list for a minute. Do not look at this list. But you will ideally see two options here. One will be 1 day move to archive, and one will be 10 days move to archive. So if you want to immediately empty your particular folder so that you can have more emails and you do not want your mailbox to be full, what you can do is you can click on right click and go to assign policy, and you can choose either of the two options: 1 day move to archive or 10 days move to archive. What will happen after that is any emails that are older than 1 day or 10 day will be automatically moved to archive, and you will empty your space from the primary mailbox, right? And once you have assigned that policy to that particular folder, it will start automatically automatically moving your it will start automatically moving your emails to the archive mailbox. So if you have tagged a 1 day move to archive, every 24 hours anything that is there in the folder will be moved to archive, and the hierarchy of the folder will be automatically maintained. You do not have to create it manually. So for example, if I assign a policy to Kiladi Siva Bhaskar folder, that is 1 day move to archive, a folder by the name Kiladi Siva Bhaskar will be automatically created in the archive, and that movement will automatically happen. Right? You don't have to manage PSTs manually, create folders, and then move this, that. Not required. It is all automated. The third option is that we have tagged one more policy to the entire IDBI users who are using 2 GB mailbox. What will happen is every 15 days, your entire mailbox will be archived automatically again while maintaining the folder hierarchy as it is. Every 15 days, all your emails from the primary mailbox will be automatically moved to archive. But we have also given you two options. Since if you think that 15 days is too much for you and you might end up filling your mailbox within 15 days, you can choose either 1 day move to archive or 10-day move to archive to some specific folders that you think it's not important, they can stay in archive, right? So that is how you manage and how you save yourself from getting your mailbox full and then people getting NDR that your mailbox is full. So you do not need any help desk support. You don't need any IT support for this. It is very easy. You just right click on the folder, assign a policy, either choose 1 day or 10-day move to archive for that particular folder. And then it will, from there on, it will automatically keep moving your emails as per your assigned policy. Right. Okay. So let us go to settings again and let us look at some more options. Again, based on the feedbacks and suggestions that we have received from the users. Right. So you go to settings button and you click on mail and you go to compose and reply. Now, if you want to add a signatures to your mailbox so that, whenever you send an email, the signature is automatically added. So you click on compose and reply and you click on new signature. You name the signature. I'm just using a random name, IDB official. Let me differentiate this for you. Test signature. Now, where do you want to, I mean, where do you want to use this signature? So for new messages, just a second, click on save. You want to use it for new messages or you also want to use it for replies and forwards. So I'll use for both, you know, and yeah, let's click on save and let's go back. Let's try creating a new email now. So you can see that my signature is already added automatically. You don't have to manually add your signatures every time, right? So this is how update your signature. Now, let us say you have multiple signatures. I mean, some people do use this form. So for example, you might use a signature without a contact number for your external recipients, but for internal recipients you might use a full signature where you have provided all the contact details, again for security purposes or personal decision, again depends on the user to user basis. So I can have multiple signatures that I have for email. So let us say I'm sending this email but I want to use a different signature, so I'll choose a different signature here. Oh, that signature does not have anything. I'm sorry. Okay, so I have used a different signature. Again, if I want to change the signature to something else, I'll use again a different signature. So accordingly, you can use multiple type of multiple type of signatures that you have maintained for your mailbox for your different requirements. Now, let us say I want to attach a file to this email. Again, you have multiple options to do that. Let us say you have a file that is sitting on your computer. So browse this computer and then select the file and then you can attach the file as you want. Let's say you have saved the file to OneDrive. So you can click on OneDrive. It will open a OneDrive for you, and you can choose one of the file that you want to attach. So I'll choose this one. Now, attachment, again, there are two options to attach a file. You can either use a sharing link. I'll tell you the importance of sharing link versus the attachment. So we'll talk about it. So either you can click on share link or you can choose attach. If you choose share link, yes, the link will be added to the email. Now, the reason why sharing link is important sometimes. Let us say you are sharing a file with your colleague, but you do not want them to edit it. You just want them to view the file, and then you can take that forward as per your requirement. So you can choose share link. Okay, if you want them to edit and do everything on the file, then you can click on attach a file and click on OneDrive. Then you can choose attach file. Then it will actually download a file from the OneDrive and it will automatically attach to your OVA. Again, for this purpose, you do not have to go to OneDrive, come back to OVA, browse the file. All that is not required. So it's very simple to use your files from the OneDrive and then attach it. So we remove that. Okay. You want to add pictures, you can add pictures as well. You want to add emojis, you can add emojis as well. If you want to create a table with your email, you can create a table as well, right? So that's how you do attachments and things and that stuff. Okay. Now this view is a little congested, right? You want to have a full screen view of the email that you are drafting. So there is a button called as pop out, open in a new window. And once you click that, the email will be opened separately in a new window. So this is your full screen view that you guys are used to, right? It has got multiple options again. You can undo or redo the things. You can paste, cut, copy, paste. You can have format painter. You can format your text, bold, italic, underline, strike through. You can have a color through text highlight colors. You can have your font text, you know, again. You can have text spacing options between the lines and between the paragraphs. And there are multiple options. You can have bullet, numbering, decrease intent, increase intent, left to right, quote, change case, subscript, superscript. If you guys are, used to using these options in your Outlook. So all those options are available for you on the OVA as well. You want to have different styles of your text, heading, heading 2, heading 3, quote. Again, attachment option is there, and hyperlink. You want to use signatures, again, it is here. And you want to use a dictation option in those, language things, and the Hindi is also a part of it. So you want to mark this email as high importance, right? We generally use these options in Outlook, right? So you want to mark this email as high important, you can do that. And you can just, yeah. So, okay, let me see if there's something else important that is for you. Okay, one more option that I saw is scheduling poll. If you want to schedule a poll, you can schedule a poll else within the email itself. So that is also one of the options that is available for you. Um, there are some further options like insert, format text, draw. You can use draw options as well, and you can click on options. Uh, Text editor, show BCC, show CC, show from, request delivery report, request delivery receipt, request read receipt, disallow reactions. So if you do not want the users to do reactions on the emails, I'll tell you about reactions as well. If you want to send this email as a plain text, if you want to save this as a draft, um, like, multiple options are there. And I'm sure these options are not even available in your Outlook applications. I mean, the options that I'm showing you, I mean, read receipt and all those things, that's okay. But, draw, um, uh, the formatting options that I'm showing you, I mean, these options are not even available on the Outlook applications as well. So yeah, that is about it. You want to leave. Okay. So let us say, okay, let's go back to the settings. Let's go to email, sorry, mail, and then click on layout. Okay, there's one important thing that I wanted to show you here. Just allow me a minute. Right. So again, I'm sure most of you people know this, but there are two options to view your email trails in Outlook. One option is to use view as individual messages. So let us say Bhaskar sir sent me an email. I replied to that email. So the trail has two emails now, the one that Bhaskar sir sent me and the one that I replied to it. If I keep the view as individual messages, I'll show you what happens. So I have a conversation with Kiladi Siva Bhaskar. Now, Kiladi Siva Bhaskar has sent me an email. Hi, Amandeep. Good afternoon. Right? I have replied on this email on the same day. Right? But I only see one email here, which he has sent me. If I want to see the email that I have sent him, I will have to go to sent items. And then I will have to search for that email. When did I send him that email? Yeah, I sent him that email again that day itself. I received it. Thanks. Now, these are two individual emails. Respective to their folders, they are landed in the individual folders. For some people, it is not convenient. For some people, it is most convenient because some people would want that I want to see the entire trail in a single view. Anything that I sent, anything that I received from that particular sender, I want to see in a single view. That is one certain kind of people, and then certain kind of people do not want that. They get confused. They want respective emails should go in respective folders. So inbox should be in inbox, sent items should be in sent items. Understood, agreed. What you can do is you can go back to settings. So now I'm seeing those messages as individual messages. So let us say I am the first kind of person where I want to see that entire trail in a single view. I don't want to go to different folders to find different emails, right? So what I can do is if I go back to Kiladi Siva Bhaskar now, you will see a arrow here which you can expand. So once I expand, the first email the first email Kiladi Siva Bhaskar sent me, I replied that email, which is part of my sent items. So you can see that you will also see which folder that email is residing in. So you can see the email is from sent items, but I see in inbox itself because I have enabled the conversation view, right? So any email within this trail that we have shared with each other, I will see that in a single view. I don't have to go around sent items, any other folders, this folder, that folder, inbox, not required. This is again convenient for some people, convenient for some people, not convenient for some people. Again, it is an individual preference and you can choose any one option of the both. Right. The next thing is rules. You want to create inbox rules the way you create in your Outlook, and we've got you covered there as well. So you can click on add a new rule and add a condition. So let us say the email is from Bhaskar sir, and add another condition, and I am on the to line, right? This is normally most of the people use, right? I'll click on add an action and I'll say that move to a different folder. So I'll click a select folder. I'll create a new folder by the name Bhaskar sir, and I'll click on save. Then I'll again go to this and I've selected Bhaskar sir as an option. You want to add another action, add an exception, and again, you can customize that on your needs and requirements. So click on save. So from now onwards, any email that Bhaskar sir sends me and I am on the to list, it will automatically land in the folder, which is by the name Bhaskar sir here, right? And you can you have your favorite section on the top. So let us say you want to add Bhaskar sir's folder into favorite section, probably because he's your manager. So I've added Bhaskar sir into the favorite section. So on the top itself, I'll see the folder by the name Bhaskar sir. I don't have to expand these folders and go into searching where the folder for Bhaskar sir is. And then you can choose to add your favorite folders like that, right? So this is about your inbox rules. Yeah, there's one more thing that I missed. It's better that I go back and show you. Now, let us say, as I was saying that, it's 2 GB mailbox, and if you think that it is filling too fast, let us say you have your sent items or drafts, which is not important, and you want to empty the draft completely to immediately save on your space. What you can do is you can click on empty and click on all. Are you sure you want to put permanently? Yeah, it will be permanently deleting all the messages. So I'll click on OK and it will start emptying my draft folder. So I have immediately saved on 24.2 MB. This is again one of the ways you can save the space on your mailbox. Uh, there are more settings. I mean, there are a lot of settings available in this for your Outlook web application, but I would recommend that you change the settings cautiously so that it does not impact your work. In case if you have a doubt about particular setting, I would always recommend you to go to the help desk support, your IT team, and understand what that setting might change, right? So accordingly, you can check those settings. So you have your calendar settings, you have your contact settings, and then there are general settings as well. Yeah. Okay. Now, I mean, Office 365, what difference it brings to you? I mean, you have your emails, you have your Outlook, it works in similar way, more or less. You have more features here, you have less features, but the email is still email, right? So what different does it brings to you is a question that everyone might have then in their mind. So let's talk about the word that I've been using called as collaboration. I mean, what do I mean by collaboration, or what does Office 365 gives you as collaboration? Now, let us say I'm on my OVA. I mean, previously you did not have Teams, you did not have instant messaging options at all. But now you have. But there will be question that I am on my Outlook. If I want to chat to someone, I have to go to Teams. If I want to go to OneDrive, I have to again go to a different application. we bring some features to give you a ease of use there as well. So let us say I am on my Outlook web application and I want to chat with Bhaskar sir. So you have a chat option integrated within OVA itself. So I click on chat option. Just bear with me for the slowness because of the network. Apologize for the same. Yes. So let us say I want to chat with Bhaskar sir. So I don't have to go to a separate window, separate application at all. Within your Outlook itself, you will have a chat options, instant messaging, where you can chat with them, you can share files with them, you can react on the conversations. So hello sir, hope you are having a good day. So I'm just, I'm working on my emails as well, and I'm, having a instant messaging conversation with Bhaskar sir as well. Now, immediately, if I want to send a file to him, I can choose OneDrive or I can upload from my computer. Again, if I click on OneDrive, it will immediately open OneDrive for me. I do not have to change the window. I don't have to go anywhere else. Within Outlook, everything is sorted. So, I mean, look at the long-term benefits of this. It saves a lot of time of use. You're just going around from one application to another and then coming back to the same application, doing this juggling between apps and windows and browsers, not required. You are on the Outlook web application. Everything happens there itself. So that's how you can, attach files and you can send it to him. And then again, I've seen a tradition in IDBI Bank, which is again a very good tradition, but kind of an old age tradition. So I've seen that whenever you go to meetings, whenever you go to discussions with anyone, if you're going to someone's desk, I've seen most of the employees in IDBI Bank always carry a diary and a pen with them so that they can make notes, right? Uh, Though I also understand that you guys don't have the ability to take your laptops to anyone's desk because you work on a LAN environment, not on the Wi-Fi environment. But again, just to give you a glimpse of what can be done in order to increase your productivity, you can lose that diary, you can lose that notes that you have prepared. But if you use Microsoft 365 to its full benefits, you will not lose your data at all. So if you want to make a notes within OVA itself, you are talking to someone on the call, you don't have access to the diary right away, you can simply open OneNote, click on add a note, and start taking the notes that you're talking to them. This will automatically saved. You don't have to worry about saving them. Everything gets stored in OneDrive and you will always have the access to those notes. So my previous notes are already listed here, right? I have all the access to my previous notes and I can do formatting text with that also. Let's say I want to do a list. I'm just putting random words here. Bear with me. So you can while talking to someone, you're continuously preparing your notes, and you don't have to worry about where's my diary or I got a call from my manager. I just want to make notes, but I don't find the diary. We got you covered. You are on your OVA. You can open OneNote. You can save your notes right away. Uh, you have your to do list. Again, within the Outlook itself. So you can click on add a task and you can click on add. You want to mark it as important? You can click on important, it will mark as important. Now, let's say the task is completed. So just click on the completed, mark as completed, and it will be moved out of the completed list. Let us, oh, I just realized that the task is yet not completed. I still have more work to do because, I incorrectly marked it as completed. No worries. Just click this option again, and you will have that task open again. So that is how you manage your to-do list and things like that. You have your notifications pane here. All your notifications will land up here related to your Outlook, and then you can view your notifications as well. Uh, Microsoft 365 gives you a lot of tips in order to make you productive as much as possible. So you can, whenever you need to learn something or you want to look at some tips, you can click this bulb and you will have a lot of tips that are shown by Microsoft to you. A lot of things you it will show you how to chat from Outlook, how to recall a sent email, insert a files and more, search in Outlook, confirm your notifications are enabled, share calendar notifications, set beautiful signatures, pin important emails, and a lot of tips and tricks that are given to you. So you can automatically learn how to use Outlook web application much better, right? Okay. Now let us say I have an email from Kiladi Siva Bhaskar, and I want to send this email as an attachment. Okay. Again, most of the people do use this option. So let me open this email for you guys. It's not loaded yet. And apologize for the speed, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah. Okay. Before showing you that option, I'll show you one more option. So uh, let us say I want to find related messages to this conversation, right? You might have separate trails, or the trail is too long enough to for you to find the messages in separate folders. So I mean, normally you have this option on Outlook, and most of the people use it every now and then. So you want to find the related conversations, messages in this conversation. So you can find, click on messages in this conversation, and all the emails that are part of that conversation will be listed for you, right? Uh, or else, if you want to find related conversation from this sender itself, so you can just choose that option, and it will list all your emails that are part of that conversation. Okay. Now coming back to the same option, just bear with me for a minute, please. Okay. Network issue at my end. Yeah. Oh, finally. So, I mean, I want to send this email itself as an attachment to someone else. So you can just choose the email that you want to do it for, and then click on this three dots. Sorry, these three dots, and then other reply options. May you can either reply all by meeting. So let us say there are 5 to 10 recipients in this email, and just imagine you create a individual meeting request, and then you manually add those 5 to 10 people, and then you recheck that if everyone is present or not, and then you create a meeting request, then you add a Teams link, and then you send that meeting invite. Again, an option to do, but it's very lengthy, right? It's very lengthy and a manual task. Instead, what you can do is you can choose reply all by meeting. So what it will do is it will automatically capture all the recipients. I mean, since I have only one recipient, so you can see only Sham Tulli here. But if you have multiple recipients, like 5 to 10 recipients, it will automatically capture all the recipients. And okay, I'm just waiting for it to load. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me. Apply all by meeting. Okay. Anyways, let's wait for this to load. But yeah, the motive of me to telling you this is because it will automatically add the recipient, and it will automatically add the subject of the meeting, which is the same as the email that you converted into a meeting request. You can just you just have to choose the time, you know and you just need to check this option. So Teams meeting link will be also automatically added. If you do not want to be a Teams meeting, you can uncheck that, or if you want to be a Teams meeting, you can check that. Right. So that is there. Also, you have a scheduling assistant. Now, scheduling assistant is something that you want to understand whether the person is free or not. Now, with Outlook, you had this option. You know that if the person is free or not based on their meeting, or things like that. But with this, you will also see whether the user is online or not. So you will see the green icon here. So Sham Tuli is, you can see question mark. He's not online right now. Online in the sense he's online on Teams or not. So you can also check the online status of that user as well. If the user is online, you can just respond to the user directly on the Teams. Hey Sham, I'm sending you a meeting request, and this is the agenda, and then things like that. So you can see the online status of the other person as well. With response options, you can allow request responses, allow forwarding, or you want to hide attendee list, you can do that as well. You can show yourself free, working elsewhere, tentative, busy, away when you're part of that meeting. And then you can choose the notification 15 minutes before, 30 minutes before, 5 minutes before, or things like that. You can choose it to be a private meeting as well. You know, and there are multiple options. Send to OneNote. You can have my templates and things like that. So it is much easier to work this way instead of juggling between different applications, manually copy pasting participant list, and then checking that everything is present. Did I miss something? No. Let's try the automated ways, and let's be more productive and more modern right now. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good with Outlook web application. We'll have a look at your questions as well. But let us move on to Teams. Now, how do I go to Teams in the shortest way? So click on App Launcher, click on Teams, and that's it. We'll just wait for the Teams to load. You guys will also have a Teams application installed on your system. So there will be a full-fledged application as well, which will be available for your use. And you will also have a Teams application that is running on your Outlook web application as well. So if you see this option, your organization is switching to new Teams and it's ready for use, you can click on switch now, because Teams has a different view. It's a modern view right now. So let's continue with that itself. Yeah. So this is the new modern experience of Microsoft Teams. Yeah, you have your chats, all chat options here, and you can click on activity. So you will see all your recent activities that you have done with Teams, with other participants and, things like that. And then you have your let me tell you about basics of Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is a collaborative platform, as I told you, but within Teams you can create different teams, and within those teams you can create different channels. So a very live example of that is, let us say you have your finance department. So your team, your finance team could create a team by the name finance. Now within finance, there could be multiple projects or there could be multiple teams that are part of that finance department, right? So a team will be related to the finance department, and within that there will be multiple channels that could be different projects or different team members or different team heads or managers. And a team can be a private or public. Also, a channel can be a private or public. So a public channel or a teams means it is open for anyone. A public teams or channel will be listed here. So these all are open teams, and I can join any team from these ones. But a private one will not be visible to anyone. Only the owner can invite the participants into that team or channel, right? So just for your information. So you can go to chat, can you can chat with your colleagues. You can have formatting text. You can have delivery options. So delivery options is standard, important, urgent. A standard message is just a instant messaging with the standard urgency. And important will be tagged as important with an exclamation mark, and urgent will be the recipient will be notified every 2 minutes for next 20 minutes. So if it's a super urgent or something that you want to notify the recipient every 2 minutes, you can choose the third option, which is very urgent, and it will be notifying the recipient every 2 minutes for next 20 minutes. So it's a follow up that you can call it as. We can attach files. Again, you can attach from OneDrive or you can attach from the device itself. You can react or send a lot of emojis or reactions to the person. So just use the random one. And then you can use a lot of GIFs and with reactions and a lot of Jiffy and reactions as well. So those options are available. And then you want to schedule a meeting, you can directly click on schedule a meeting, and you will have a meeting page open for you. So you can add a title. The participants will be automatically added. Now, let us say this chat conversation that is going between me and Bhaskar sir, let us say I want to pull another person as well into this chat conversation. So we call it as group chat, right? So, I mean, Kiladi Bhaskar is out of office, but we'll still add this person. Now we have created a group chat. We want to name this group chat training. Oh, my spellings are bad. We call it as training. Now, this is a group chat, and we can we all three are now part of similar chat option, and we can conversate with each other. Now, as you progress in your day-to-day work and start using Teams in your day-to-day life, there could be multiple group chats like this, right? So for example, one of that group chat is I'm showing you training between me, Bhaskar sir, and Kiladi Siva Bhaskar. Now there is a files tab here. I mean, I showed you, right? We can attach files and we can share it across with each other. Let's say we were having this group conversation from last 3 months or 6 months. Let's say 6 months. In 6 months, we might have shared around 10 to 50 files within each other. That's an understandable and good number, right? That can be possible. Let us say there are 50 files that we have shared across between us three. If you go to chat and if you try to search those files, you will have to keep scrolling up and up and up and up until you find that file. Very, very difficult task and not a practical solution. So what you can do is you can click on files. So all those 50 files will be listed here. You can just go to your particular file or you can search for your file and then you will find that file for you. Again, very, very easy option. All this data is getting stored on SharePoint and OneDrive in the backend. You don't have to worry about saving anything or you missing anything or losing anything. Everything is saved. It's got you covered. Okay, let us say I want to start a audio or a video call within our group between us three. You can choose a video or audio call option here as well. You want to share screen. You want to schedule a meeting between us three. Again, participants are already added. You just have to add title. It's a team meeting or obviously automatically Teams link will be automatically added. You don't have to worry about that thing again. And then you can just have the meeting. Okay, you have your Teams calendar here, which is which is synchronized with your Outlook calendar. So it's the same calendar, same thing, and the data is also same that you will see on your Outlook. So these are not two different calendars; those are integrated between each other, right? You can schedule a meeting from here as well. So if you want to schedule a meeting, webinar, town hall, virtual appointment, controlled content meeting, all available. Click on new meeting, and then you will have to add individual participants, add the title and things like that. So you want to show yourself as busy, free, tentative, working elsewhere, out of office. You want to categorize this into a color category. Let us say you have a client or a customer who's not part of the IST time zone. I mean the Indian Standard Time Zone. Let us say the person is sitting in European country or somewhere out of India where the time zone is different. Uh, if you send a meeting with your time zone to that person will not see the actual time of the meeting. That person will see the time as per your current time zone. But if you want to help them and if you do not want to create a confusion, you can choose the time zone that is the person sitting in. Let's choose. Let's choose Amsterdam, Berlin, and that UTC plus 100. So now if you send a meeting invite to that person will see the time, the meeting time in his or her local time zone. So it is easier for him or her to understand that the meeting time is so and so. But for you, it will show you as your own time zone. So both are sorted, right? You are getting the right information as per your time zone. The recipient is getting right information as per his or her time zone. Makes life easier. Response options, you want to request responses, you want them to allow forwarding the meeting invite to someone else, again as per the requirements. Okay, let's discard this. Now let us go to OneDrive. Again, if I want to go to OneDrive, I don't have to remember the URL. It's not possible for you to remember the URL for so many applications, right? And we don't expect you to do so. Again, app launcher is available across all Office 365 apps. So you can go from each app to another app very easily. You can just go to app launcher, click on OneDrive, and we'll open the one. I mean, the thing will, I mean, system will open the OneDrive for you. Wait while it opens. Again, while this application is opening, let me categorize few things for you, which will help you understand the use of Office 365 applications, the various applications and their use, and how you can categorize or how you can, use them wisely. Outlook is for emails, right? It's only for emails. I mean, I showed you multiple options in Outlook to chat, OneNote, etc. But primary option of the primary use of Outlook is emails. Um, when it comes to your data, your personal IDBI data, OneDrive is the place for you. Okay. When it comes to collaboration, audio calls, video calls, instant messaging, file sharing. Teams is your application. You should use Teams at that time. When it comes to organizational data, the SharePoint is your application. You should use SharePoint at that time because SharePoint is again an organization wide application. It is not for your personal data. So that is how you will effectively, that is how you can effectively categorize your the use of your applications. Okay, it's not open. Let's try one more time. I mean, you will not experience this, guys. Really sorry for this behavior. I mean, for um, this slowness, but this is due to my network, as my network is not very good here. But somehow, okay, yeah, we're there finally. So this is how your OneDrive homepage will look like. Let me walk you through a little bit. This is for you. I mean, you have worked on it, will automatically show you. You edited this, you recently opened this. So even if you open a file, it will show you in your feeds, right? Your recent applications, I mean, your recent files that you have worked on, it will show under recent. You want to filter by the file format type, you can filter by Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDF is also supported, right? You want to filter by person or name, you can do that as well. So you will filter by the person or name, and it will only show the files that you have shared between each other. He or she has shared with you, or you have shared with that person. Now the home button is your space where all your files are listed. So my files is my files. I'm not, I mean, I might have shared with someone. So how will you get the status whether you have shared that file with someone or not? You can just click, you can just see on the sharing tab. And if you see a shared file, that means you have shared this file with someone. Whom you have shared this file, click on shared. It will show you that as well. So I've shared that file with Kiladi Siva Bhaskar. I am the owner of that file. Kiladi Siva Bhaskar can view the file. Again, he can only view the file, right? So yeah. Now under shared, you will first see the files that is shared with you. So your colleagues, employees from IDBI Bank have shared some files with you. You can see that under with you. The files that you have shared with other people, you can see it under by you. So you have shared this file with someone or the other, and then you can see all the files there. You can mark your files at favorite, and those will be under favorites. You can go to recycle bin. If you have deleted some files, those will be part of your recycle bin for next 30 days, and those will be automatically deleted after that. You can browse the files by people, or you can browse the files by meeting. So in case if you have attachments or files shared in the meeting request, those files will be filtered by meetings as well. Let us go back to home. Let us try to create a new file, and let's create a new Word document. I told you about Office Online, right? I don't need my Office to be installed on my system. It's not there. I don't care. I can use my Word on the browser itself, and it will have all the similar functionalities that your traditional Microsoft Word gives you. Uh, I don't know how many of you have heard this term as co-authoring, but it is not possible with the Office applications that you're currently using on your desktop or laptop. But with Office 365, you have a wonderful feature called as co-authoring. Now, let us take a scenario. Your manager has asked, I mean, I have a team, my manager, and my team consists of 4 people apart from my manager. So my manager asked 4 of us that, guys, we need to create a proposal on a Word file and we need to submit it for approvals. Just a hypothetical scenario, I'm creating it for you. Traditionally, how will you do it? There are 2 ways you can do it. Four of us will go to our own computers and four of us will create four different Word documents. One option. Second option, I'll say that I'll create a draft copy. The person second will review it and update it. The person third will review it and update it. And the person fourth will again review and update it. After that, the file will go to our manager. He will again spend some time to review and update it. Now, both the options we have been traditionally using for years. But do you imagine how much time it is getting wasted in this review, update, and file is going from one place to another, from one place to another? It's wasting a lot of time for us, right? A file that might take couple of hours will take a whole day or two just to get the final version with our at our manager's desk. Instead of that, we can use something called as co-authoring. How it works, I'll show you that as well. You click on share and you use the share option. You share the file with the person that you want. So if let's say my team member has Bhaskar sir, Kiladi Siva Bhaskar, and okay, let's just put two only. So guys, let's prepare the proposal that our manager has asked us to do. Okay. Now, by default, whenever you share a file, as per the security restrictions, you will automatically have an option selected, which is can view only, but can't make changes. But now that is our not our requirement, right? We want Bhaskar sir and Kiladi Siva Bhaskar to update the file because so that they can edit the file, right? So I'll choose can edit and I'll click on invite. You have invited two people to edit document 1.x. Now both of them will receive a link. Both of them will open that link and both of them will land on the same document that I'm currently on. Okay. Now what happens is all three of us are working on this single document together. That's called co-authoring. So you don't have to, create a file, send it to someone else. He will create a file, send it to someone else, and that keep on rotating in the circle. I mean, we have a modern collaboration tool, so let's use that in the modern ways. So co-authoring, all three of us will work on this document at the same time. You have your comment sections. Each and everyone can put in their comments on the section they have updated, needs review, or needs to be changed, right? So, I mean, just imagine how much of time you will save in this. So once the document is completed, you do not even have to send this document to manager. You just have to share this document, invite your manager to come onto this document, and let's review it together, right? You can be on a Teams call. Parallelly, you can be on a Teams call. You can be on this document in the co-authoring mode and imagine how easier it is to prepare this document at the same time, right? The task that might take couple of days will be completed in couple of hours if you use this option very wisely. I mean, we personally use this option a lot of times. We create proposals, we create SOWs. Wherever we have more than one team members, we always use this option. We always come onto a single platform, get the job done. That's it, right? So, I mean, Office 365 has got a lot of features like this, which makes your life very, very easy. You will get more productive in your work. You will save a lot of time. The job will be done in a better way. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. Yeah. Worrying about this document is saved somewhere. You have to save it. No, it's this document is getting automatically saved. You don't have to worry about saving it anywhere else. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. You want to rename this file and just do it from here itself. And you want to save it in a separate location. So go to your OneDrive from here itself. Okay, it's not. Yeah, okay, it's open. And then you can choose a different location. So if I want to, create a new folder, let's say, create a new folder. Mhm. You want to give the folder a different color, you can choose that as well. So blue is my favorite, so I'm using blue. You can use your favorite as well. So yes, and click on move here. Yep. You want to see that whether it happened or not? You can see it is moved to co-author. Version history. So again, version history is something that most of the people use who regularly work on Word documents, Excel documents. You want to see version history, so you can see version history. You can see. So when we talk about co-authoring, we should also know, right, what person has done what changes and not. So version history makes your life easier there. You will open version history and you will see what person has changed, what editing was made, what updates were made, and everything is there. It's easier for your manager also to understand that what person did work on what part of the document. Let's go back to the document. All right. Yeah, so that is pretty much about the applications and the things that I wanted to show you. Let us look at we have created a SharePoint site for the all employees in IDBI Bank. So whoever is getting migrated to Office 365, they are automatically part of that SharePoint site. The benefit of that SharePoint site is, so I mean, we are conducting trainings. We are through help desk support, through some or the other means. We are trying to communicate to the users of how to use Office 365. But let us say you want to go at your own pace. We have created a website for you on the SharePoint, and it is also published on your intranet portal as well, if I'm not wrong. Now that website gives you a lot of videos, lot of learning materials, a lot of SOPs that you can learn at your own pace.